Michael, can you just tell me why you think it's important to march here today?
There's hundreds of thousands of people in this country in housing need, and we have to let them know that they're not alone, they're not isolated, they're not stuck in that B&B, or they're not stuck in this high rent place.
I think it's really important to protest for this issue. I think there has been solutions being put to the government and the government aren't listening, such as building public housing, outlawing evictions, making it illegal that landlords can evict people out onto the street. There have been these solutions put to the government and they're not listening, and that's why I feel that we need to get feet on the street and for people to come out, and maybe the government might start listening to us once a lot more people start protesting. I hope that there's a big turnout today and hopefully many more protests in the future. We might get something more like the water movement, and that showed the government and then they listen to us then.
I represent Donegal Travellers Project. My name's Hugh Friel. I'm a member of the travelling community and I'm here in solidarity to other groups to raise the concerns around housing with the government.
And do you think there's the housing crisis specifically impacting on the travelling community?
It's impacting on my community substantially, because members of the travelling community are at the bottom of the chain in terms of accommodation, but blatant discrimination, racism when they're trying to acquire private rented sector.
Well, I'm here to support the homeless, the near homeless, the people struggling to pay their mortgages, the people under eviction, the victims of vulture funds, and also to represent myself and my daughter. We were both made homeless. I'm almost 64 years old. My landlord is selling the house I've paid privately for almost 11 years. The council want nothing to do with me. I only entered a temporary flat on Wednesday, and it's made me stronger. I will never give up fighting this crooked, corrupt system.
Just ask you, what do you think of the fact that the vulture fund heirs rate increased their profits by almost 40% last year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's shocking. I mean, what money they're making from this, they are profiteering from people's misery. What we also had was the article out there about landlords making up 37% in profit. I mean, our inflation rate is about 0.3%, so people wouldn't even see a small increase in their wages yearly. But yet these are making huge profits out of our misery.
My name is Tony Walsh, founder of Feed the Homeless. And we're out here today, I suppose we're campaigning against the government. We're asking for direct action. You know, we need more affordable housing built to meet the needs of homeless people. Currently we have just under 10,000 people homeless around the country. We've also just under 4,000 children homeless in hotel emergency accommodation. You know, and there's just not enough housing out there to meet the needs of homeless people.
Martin Lean, I'm with United Against Racism. I'm here for lots of reasons. First reason is market-led ideology for housing is failing us, failing the people. So we got to change that. And the second reason I'm here is that there's this whole notion of we should house our own first that's been peddled around. And first of all, we don't house our own first, and everybody who is on this island is a member of this country, so they should all be housed.
We're here because we are 9 months homeless now. We were staying in a hotel in the north inner city when we first became homeless. We are now living in a family hub with 8 families. Very hard to maintain. Still homeless, still not getting any further. The reason I'm here today now is, well, more than less, I'm actually proud to be standing here today to fight for the rights of my children and obviously 9,000 other families.